So we are back with a brand new episode of Walkin and Talkin with Tim. And I have a young professional with me today,
Hello.
right?
Yes.
She's an old soul, young professional. This is Angelina Hoffman. She is a real estate agent at Romano Realty in Mullica Hill.
Yes. And we have a location in Haddonfield now too.
That's what I was going to ask. Which office are you?
So I'm mainly Mullica Hill,
Uh-huh.
but Haddonfield as well, but mainly based in Mullica Hill.
So let's start with this. What makes you a great real estate agent? Why pick you, Angelina?
I personally, I think I am a great real estate agent.
All right.
As anybody would say. But I think what makes me really good is like I am very communicative. I am always answering people. I'm making sure that people understand what is about to happen in a real estate transaction.
Not easy.
It's a lot of words.
There's a lot of paperwork.
It's a lot of words that people don't know. It's a lot of paperwork. It's really scary.
A lot of inspections.
A lot of inspections sometimes. Stuff can go really bad
And you fix it.
yeah, and I think the number one thing that I feel like is really important
Yeah.
is that when stuff is not going good in your deal, how is your agent responding to you? So for me, I could pick up the phone and call them and tell them and be just as mad as they will be. And people do that. People do that.
It doesn't help.
It doesn't help.
It hurts, actually.
Yes, because now you're getting your client all worked up
For nothing.
for nothing, because if you just can either handle the situation first and then go to them and say, hey, this happened, but it's already resolved, or you call them and you're calm about it, and the
Yeah.
way you go about it and how you communicate it is such a big thing. And people,
Ah,
realtors don't answer people.
we're going to get
They
into
do
that, too.
days sometimes.
We're going to get into that piece about how you act
Yes.
is how they react.
It's a huge thing.
It is a huge thing.
Yep.
But first, let's talk about where you're from. So you're from Mantua.
Yes.
You went to Clearview.
Yes.
You went to Rowan.
Yes.
You were a sports girl. You played soccer. No, wait, no, softball.
Softball,
My
yep.
bad. I almost got everything.
You were close. But
Almost.
you had the S.
I had the S. That's
Yep.
about it. And the O.
Close.
So, and listen, Mantua, you grew up in Mantua with mom and dad. You said your dad was, I call him dad the doorman, but that's not the deal. Your dad's like
a project manager / like
For a door
engineer
company.
for a door company.
there you go, dad
Yep.
the doorman. So, and your mom worked for MS,
Yes.
so she worked for a nonprofit.
Nonprofit, yep, Multiple Sclerosis Association.
And then you went to Rowan. And then just talk a little bit about your Rowan experience, because you went there for teaching. And guess what? We're not teaching.
Nope.
We're selling houses.
Got out of that real fast. Real fast. Yeah, I originally went for psychology, then switched to education. COVID hit. Everyone was telling me, you don't want to become a teacher. You don't make any money. Everything's changing. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yep.
So someone had said to me, you should become a real estate agent. And I was like, what? Why? I was also working in a restaurant industry. So I was, talking to people all the time, and that's when I was like starting to really,
Figure
have that.
yourself out, right?
Exactly. So when that happened is when I stopped teaching, ended up getting my degree in history and American studies.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, got my liberal arts degree, and then now I'm here.
Now you're here.
I'm a real estate agent now. So
Ironically, I think you may have graduated Rowan with my daughter, Kristen.
I might have.
I think it was the same year.
Yeah, I probably did.
Yeah, something like that, right? Crazy.
Yeah.
It's the world is this big, So we talked a lot about. Well, first of all, let's talk about the things that you said you like.
Yes.
You like to hike. You like animals. You're an animal lover, and I asked you what kind of music you like, and she said these words: house music. So it took me a minute, right? I'm no young person anymore, so I'm 55 years old. So when she said house music, I'm like, house music? Is there a house band at your house, like playing music when you come home? Like, what happens, man? So tell them what house music is.
House music is like, I hate saying the word electronic, because when somebody says, oh, I listen to like electronic music, they think I'm listening to like headbanger music that's like I don't even know, like fist pumping music, where it's like, that's not really what I listen to.
It's like Ross and Friends with the keyboard.
Yes, yes. It's more like a relaxed version of like club music, I would say.
There you
That's
go.
like really how I would explain it. It's not as intense. So it's like, you might have some beats to it and some drops in it, but it's not as like intense as if I was at a club in, like you said, AC. So
Roger that.
different,
Very different.
very different.
So we got some fun family members. I've met your Aunt Beth. I've met your Aunt Lori. I know Uncle Bill. He's got these great pancake houses all over the shore around there. I know Bill. Bill's a great guy. So let's cut the family ties for now and talk about other stuff. So as we were talking, you talked a lot about self-improvement. Like, this seems to me to be your big thing.
Yes.
You love the whole self-improvement, like the whole genre, right?
Yep.
Anything that has to do with it, you're in, right? So you're into yoga.
Yes.
And you're like going to the gym, and right now you're doing 75 hard.
Yep.
Which so am
Almost
I.
done.
What day are you on?
I think it's day 64.
I'm on
63 or 64?
I'm on 66, I believe. I got 2 days ahead.
Yeah.
So it's wild, right?
Yeah.
Right?
I honestly cannot believe I'm almost done. I didn't think I would have done it, but I'm here. And I'm almost done.
But that's great. I mean,
Yeah.
But you talked about the fact that, at some point, you want to be kind of like a coach. You want to be that person. You want to be a motivational speaker.
Yep.
And why?
So I think the biggest thing for me is who I was a year ago,
Right.
2 years ago, was a completely different person. I was very negative, didn't really have goals, didn't really think. I would call myself lazy. I did. I thought I was the laziest person. So that was like my biggest thing, because when I got into real estate and I was loving what I was doing, it opened a world of like, your mindset is everything. Like, how you talk to yourself as a person is what your reality is in your life. So it's like, if you're constantly like, well, why didn't I get this deal? Or why didn't I do this? Or, I actually, in one of the books I was reading, it's called The Secret, great book, all about law of attraction.
Right.
It says, are you the person who walks past a penny and says, nah, that's a penny, and keeps going? Or are you the person that looks at the penny, picks it up, and goes, I just got a penny? All about how you look at life and what you're grateful for, and that becomes your reality in your life. So it's like, your mind is the most important thing. So if your mind's not right, your gut's not right. If your gut isn't right,
Nothing's right.
Nothing's right. Yeah. So it's like it all starts here. So it's like self-improvement and your mindset is everything.
Everything that surrounds you will seem bad if you think poorly.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you can't get your head right, everything in your life will seem like it's all bad.
Yeah.
Because you'll that'll filter through to
anything good.
everything you do.
Yeah.
And then everything will seem like it's going poorly.
Exactly.
And then you're like, why me? I'm the victim. Why? And then, we all know that whole thing, right?
Yeah. And you're in control of your life.
Yes, you
no
are.
one else is in control of any situation. Obviously, there's situations in your life that are completely out of control, but you're in control of how you handle it.
So that is where I wanted to go with real estate.
Okay.
So let's talk about relationships and how you handle your clients and why you've been so successful, especially this year, because of how you do that.
So honestly, I think as I've done deals, every deal has been different. People laugh at me in the office. They're like, you've gotten the craziest deals. And they're like, you attract the crazies. And I'm like, I guess so. But I'm so grateful for it, because every deal that I get done, I'm like, okay, what could I have changed? What could I have done differently? What mistake did I make? Like, I'm always trying to better myself in my career. And like, I want to make sure that when I'm doing a deal, I'm doing everything that I possibly can to make sure that my client feels like they're being understood, feels like they have options. I don't ever want to be an agent that's like, hey, this is what you need to do. That's not it. This is what they're doing at the end of the day, and they're buying a house.
Right.
So it's just a matter of how you communicate, and you want to make sure that their feelings are understood, because sometimes real estate agents only care about getting paid.
That's true.
They do. And
some people are only interested in the money. And when the fact of the matter is, if you're not interested in the relationship and helping people, then you're really not successful.
No, you're not. And to me, the relationships in, like, I've built amazing relationships. I have a family that I still talk to them almost every day. Like, and we closed in November.
Oh, geez.
So it's like, building relationships, I think, is the most important thing. Like, I want to trust my realtor. I want to be able to say exactly. People get scared to ask questions sometimes if they don't feel comfortable with someone. I want you to ask me everything to the point where, like, you don't have another thought in your head. Like, I want to be, communication is the biggest thing in real estate.
Amen. So we also have to give a big shout out to Pat Sapira, who both of us are very good friends with, and I've known Pat since, goodness gracious, so long. And Pat is like, I've had Pat on. I call Pat the ambassador. He's my ambassador of gratitude.
Yes.
My man Pat, you are the man. Nobody more gracious than Pat. Nobody happier than that guy anytime you're around him.
He is a big reason as to why I'm doing 75.
He makes you feel good no matter what, right?
He does.
It's
he really
amazing.
does. He's a great guy.
He's the best. So I got a question for you. So here you go. You ready? So if I said, Angelina, we really like your whole mindset and self-improvement and how you're working. I'm going to give you a book deal right now.
Okay.
What would be the title of your first book?
Oh God, the name, and that's a hard one.
What would be the title of your first book? By the way, I have dubbed her the 100-mile-an-hour girl because
I'm go go go.
She's go go go.
There we go. That would be my book. Go 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 stop. Go go stop. Something like that. Like about how you're always going and you gotta stop. You gotta remember to learn balance. That's something that's so hard. So maybe my book would be about something like that.
Well, I did ask you what's one thing that people don't know about you, and you said that it was that you don't know when to stop. Is what you said.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
People think you push too hard. And you said.
I just think, I'm very hard on myself. So it's like sometimes it's like the balance. Like I don't know when to find the balance, or I said to him, I take my foot off the gas a little bit, and then then I'm like, oh my God, I'm not doing enough, I'm not doing enough, then I gotta go again. So it's like I don't know how to take my foot off the gas and stay off the gas for a little, but make sure I'm finding the balance with it. So I'm not stopping, but I gotta learn how to cruise, I guess.
All right.
In times where you should.
So 20 years from now, you're gonna be this great motivational speaker. You're gonna be writing books. I think the first one should be called Go Go, period, Go.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah,
that's good.
So, and I think that's gonna be your first book. So, listen, if anybody wants to get a hold of you because they want to buy a house or see a property or whatever, how do they do that?
So you can follow me on Instagram. My name is just Angelina Hoffman Realtor. Or you can reach out to me through text message or call. It is 856-230-1132, and I will answer either of those at any time.
And there you go. Or you could call Romano Realty and ask for it.
Yes, you can call them as well.
There you go. So thanks for being on.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being part of this.
Yeah.
Lots of fun. We had a good time. And everybody out there, remember this whole thing's powered by Telcorp Technologies. Keep on walking, keep on moving. Follow me on Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, all the social media aspects, all the platforms. Follow me. And especially YouTube. Follow me on YouTube. So we will see you next time. You'll see them next time?
I will see you next time.
On Walkin' and Talkin'
with Tim.
Boom. Peace.
Bye.